Chapter 1, Introduction to Business Statistics. The purpose of studying statistics is so that we can use data and turn data into information that are useful to us so that we can use it for decision making and help us become better off. So that's the whole purpose of studying statistics. And there are two types of statistics: descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics is when we're collecting data, we're summarizing data, we're displaying data. So that's the first stage. Inferential statistics is when we're making a conclusion based on the data that we collected from a sample, and the conclusion that we're making is we're making a conclusion on the overall population. Next, we have primary data and secondary data. So primary data are the data that we collect ourselves. So the example I give you is focus group, experiment, survey, questionnaires. So data that we collect ourselves. Secondary data are when the data are collected by someone else. So when we go online and we go to Google and when we search up data, so these data are collected by someone else. So these are secondary data. And there are advantages and disadvantages for each of them. Once we know why we're studying statistics, then we need to know the difference between population and sample. Population is everyone of interest. Sample is only a portion of the populations. So for example, if the population is all the student at the school, so if this all population is the 5,000 student in the school, a sample will be 100 student randomly selected. And in real life, we collect data through sampling and not from the population. The reason is when we collect data from sample, it will save us the time and it will save us the money. And the good thing about collecting sample is that if our sample size is large enough, when we have 30 students or more, when we have a large enough sample size, the sample result will give you similar result as the populations. So therefore, that's why we collect data from sample and not from the populations.